Hobart Middle School Bricky families and students, quick update here to provide some more information on what a typical day of e-learning will look like for quarter one of the 2020-2021 school year at Hobart Middle School. Couldn't be more excited for the year to kick off and for all of us to be virtually seeing one another and for all of us to get ready to return to learn, right? And so as a reminder to go out to our school site, all kinds of good information out here. You'll notice up here on the URL that we can go to www.hobart.k12.in.us/e-learning for all kinds of good information. One such resource you'll find out there is the Hobart Middle School daily schedule. And you'll notice that there is a schedule for Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. And there's also a schedule for Wednesdays. As a reminder, Wednesdays are our late start Wednesdays. And so there will be no homeroom on Wednesdays. But other than that, the schedules look very much the same. In addition to that, as we know, we on Wednesdays have a 30-minute later start time. And so as you can see here, if I were to look up in the pink area, this is what my sixth grade schedule looks like on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. In the green area, what a schedule looks like for seventh grade, blue, what a schedule looks like for eighth grade, and then so forth. And so really excited about this because essentially what you see here not only aligns to and adheres to the Indiana Department of Education's guidelines for e-learning and the attendance and engagement requirements to ensure we are in compliance with those, but also this provides our Bricky students and families with the utmost fidelity of opportunities, right, to ensure that we are taking full advantage of returning to learn. And so it's very important to know that what you see here is very similar to, identical to if we're face to face, right? And so the difference would be if I'm face to face, obviously, I could be tardy if I'm not in my homeroom by 7:45 a.m. on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, or if I'm not at my second hour class, right, by 8:15 and so forth. So how would I make sure that I'm following my schedule as an e-learner, adhering to the times here? Since obviously there's no bells and, I'm not in the hallway going class to class and so forth. And so what I'm going to do is every morning, I'm going to get up and I'm going to do my morning routine, whatever that may be, and I'm going to hop out into Canvas. Remember that Canvas is a cool tool that we can use. And so I go out to Canvas and, I have all my classes there. As you can see, I've got my homeroom, period 1, 2, 3, period 4, 5, 6, and 7. And so the very first thing I would do is I would need to make sure that I hop out to my homeroom class absolutely no later than 7:45 a.m. so that I'm on time, right? And same thing for the other periods. So once the homeroom ended, I need to make sure that I'm over there and I'm in the period 1 Canvas class by 8:15, right? And then by 9:09, I'm going to head out and I'm going to make sure that by 9:14, I am in my period 2 class in Canvas, whatever that class may be, okay? And so in each of these classes, if I were to click on these each day, what's going to happen, right? Like what is going to be occurring in class with my teacher through e-learning? And essentially what we're going to do is we're following something called the gradual release model that's been around for a long time, and it's followed really all across not only the nation, but also the world in a lot of different ways. And so the gradual release model is essentially saying this. In each of these classes, I'm going to have some type of teacher do, class do, and students do. So it's not as though for each of these classes, I'm just going to sit in front of the computer, right, and be lectured at or, what's often called a sit and get, right? But instead, there's going to be phases, and these phases are going to be natural, and they'll lead from one thing to the next. And our teachers are amazing, right? They're going to be able to transition from one area to the next and so forth. And so it's very important to understand that the teacher do, the class do, and the students do, they'll depend on, the class that it is and the teacher and what's going on that day and so forth. But essentially, I hop out to my class, I'm there on time, I'm in Canvas, I'm ready to rock and roll. And what's going to occur is that I need to be ready for my teacher by the time class starts, just like I would need to be ready there in my seat right when face to face, so I'm not tardy. And so the teacher may be live, the teacher may have some type of recording that's posted, more to come on that. They're going to do things like providing those learning goals, giving the agenda. The teachers are our subject matter experts. We need them, right? They're going to teach. And that's the beauty of this. And I need to be there to make sure, so long as I'm able to, I need to be there to make sure that I can listen in and I'm honed in, right? So what do students do? I'm going to listen. I'm going to take notes. I'm going to follow along, jot down questions to ask, and so forth. And the other really cool thing about this, as we know, is that we have an unbelievable number of tools in our tool belts at our disposal to absolutely make sure that this learning experience is interactive, it's efficient, it's engaging, it's empowering. So after the teacher does his or her thing, right, for however many minutes that may be, again, it depends on the class, it depends on the day, there's going to be some type of class do, right, or a we do type of section. And so think about, socialization, and we know we need that, right? And the collaboration and the teachers and students practicing, interacting, working with one another, the teacher checking progress, assisting on an as needed basis through one of our really good tools called Go Guardian, right? And that guided practice. And again, taking full advantage of these interactive tools that teachers will use to make this interactive and efficient. So really excited about that. So still going to have that even though we're e-learning. And then last, there's that students do part, right? And so it's really important to understand then that there's going to be time where I can work on the work. And there's going to be time during the day where, my teacher is there and they're available to assist and so forth, but I'm also working on the work as opposed to, hey, now it's 2:40, in the afternoon and 2:36, whatever the case may be, and I'm going to go work on all this homework at night, right? So there's built-in time for that in the class day schedule as well. It's also important to remember that I'll need to make sure that when I'm in that students do phase that I get to my next class in time. How do I know that? Following the schedule and getting over to that next Canvas class. More to come as well on all kinds of things like, yes, we're going to make sure that we are fully providing interventions like for our multiple tiered systems of support, MTSS, for students with IEPs, ILPs, 504s, speech services, things of that nature. So again, more information to come. Couldn't be more excited about virtually seeing all of you and all of our Brickies returning to learn. Until next time, take care.